Hey, hey, welcome to Clutch City Chatter. I'm Jeff. Well, we're just a few hours away from the first pitch of the ALCS Game 1. It is super exciting time. I've been watching baseball all day today, right now, watching the Phillies and the Padres. I found it interesting on one of the ESPN talk shows today. Uh, they were talking about how the fix is in for the Yankees. How the Cleveland series, the manager, Tito, uh, seemed to clearly give away that game to the Yankees. And I'll admit, I didn't get to see that game. I was out running errands most of the day, but I listened to some of it on the radio. And there was a couple of questionable calls by umps that Tito didn't challenge. But the biggest thing was he had Bieber available to start the game, and he chose to go with the lesser pitcher to start the game, and that was really kind of questionable there. But I will say would not surprise me if the fix is in for the Yankees, especially this series. Um, we all know how MLB feels about the Houston Astros, and I know that Major League Baseball does not want the Astros in the World Series. They would much prefer the Yankees. And so I think that the Astros are going to have to not just beat the Yankees. I mean, they're going to have to thoroughly outplay them and probably outplay some really bad umpire calls, uh, and just handedly defeat the Yankees to win this series. I think the Astros have it in them. I know they're the better team. I think we all know that. Uh, the way we've played the Yankees earlier this year, and of course our record, 7 games, 8 games better than the Yankees. So there's no doubt the Astros are a better team, and I think that we'll win this series. But be on the lookout. Watch for some suspicious things. So a few quick thoughts about today's game. One is I noticed the Astros have added right-handed pitcher Seth Martinez to their roster for the ALCS, which means they had to take somebody off the roster, and they chose to take Jake Myers off the roster for the ALCS. I think Seth Martinez was a good addition because he's a right-handed pitcher who is really, really tough on right-handed batters, and the Yankees lineup is heavy right-handed hitting, so it's not a bad addition. I really kind of hate to see Jake Myers be taken off the roster. I guess they for some reason feel more comfortable with Mauricio Dubon, because it would come down to him or Jake. Really, are the only viable two that would be thought of possibly not being on the roster. And they showed, even though Jake got one start in the 3 games against Seattle, and he did reasonably well. Mauricio, I don't believe got a start in any of the games, but they did put him in late inning situations. And so I guess they feel more comfortable with Mauricio Dubon. So, hopefully it's not a huge setback for Jake Myers. And who knows, he could still be added to the World Series roster if they decide to do that. So that's the first thing. Second is I see designated hitter tonight is going to be Aledmus Diaz, and I think that's probably a smart move. Trey Mancini is going to have to, work out of his funk in limited pinch hitting assignments, and I know that's super hard to do to prove or to break out of a slump as a pinch hitter, but you can't be giving away the designated hitter at bats, just strikeout, strikeout, strikeouts. You can't be doing that. And so they've inserted Aledmus Diaz to the DH tonight, and hopefully Diaz will come through with some good at bats and maybe make something big happen. And let's hope Justin Verlander is on his game today. We can't have another performance like Game 1 against Seattle from Justin. He's too good to be experiencing that. He has too much experience to be experiencing these bad playoff games. So we need much better from him. And the guy that we're facing, Tyon or something like that, he's Woodland's product. So he's going to be back home in Houston, you know, and yeah, you kind of hate to see a homeboy do terrible, but I really don't mind this time. I want the Astros to clobber him, even though he's going to have tons of fans and family in the stands. I can't be soft on him during the playoffs, that's for sure. So hopefully JV will outpitch Talon, however you say it. It was good to see that Jose Altuve was taking extra batting practice in the last 2 days, getting live pitching from Astros relief pitcher Blake Taylor. So he knows he knows he's struggling, and he's working on it, trying to bust out of it. And like I've said previously, hopefully by bust out of it, I don't mean just hit a home run. Of course, that would be great, but do anything to get on base, man. Take some pitches. Don't swing at the first pitch every dang time. Uh, take some pitches, and when you get behind in the count, start fouling some balls off. You know, don't be afraid to show a bunt. With Altuve's speed, he can get lots of base hits with bunts. And he's not the RBI guy batting number one. He's supposed to be the table setter. So get on base for the big guys behind you any way you can. I'm really continually excited to see Yuli. The first 3 games of the playoffs, he's been incredible. So I hope that continues. And Jeremy just continue, level, steady, good play. Alex has been good, and of course Jordan's had some huge hits. Kyle Tucker needs to come around a little bit more. He hasn't done too good. He did have 1 home run, but he hasn't been hitting very well. So hopefully he'll get things turned around, because he's the type of player that at times can carry a team for a few wins just on his bat alone. So let's hope that Kyle gets things turned around. And man, it's going to be rocking in Minute Maid. I wish I could be there. I really do. But me and my family will be cheering our hearts out here, watching them on TV. All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoys the game. Hope it's a great game. Let's cheer for our Astros. And I'll see you again soon. Remember to please subscribe. Please hit the like button, the thumbs up, and subscribe with the button on the lower right corner. All right. Thanks. Bye.